This is Susie, and we're in here in our den, and I'm pointing at June's daughter, Jeannie. She was the youngin' in the family, and there's Miss June. She's the respected one now.
I'm the granny now.
Yeah. And I'm not going to show you me. I'm the granny too. This is Jeannie's son. He's 19 and he's pretty cool. He figured out how to roast the wieners for us tonight.
Chef boy ID.
Well, I had 2 wieners on the stick, but he managed to get 6 or 8 on there. And here's some girls that are in the family. This is let's see, the bottom sticking up here is Cassie, my oldest granddaughter. She's 9, just turned 9. She likes to roller skate and ride her bike and do all the things 9-year-olds do.
And I'm 2.
This youngin' with a real long braid is Taylor, and she's 5 or 6. I'm sorry, she's 6. 6 and a half.
Stop, Mom.
And she's June's grandbaby. She's nobody's partial to her, kind of like nobody's partial to Miranda and Cassie. Miranda, can you say hello to the folks in California? Oh my, there's a little rivalry here, but this is my youngest granddaughter, Cassie Quit.
You know what?
Cassie Quit.
Well, she just runs away. And Cassie is very mean and rude. I know you are. I know you are. I know you are.
I think I better put this on standby for a little while.
Yeah. You're supposed to be Taylor Baylor.
Come on, Miranda.
You'll see in a movie.
Oh, no. You cannot have a motorcycle because I'm too old to ride one. We'll be out there and all the young people will be standing on the side of the road saying, look at those 2 old coots. If they'd let us have that motorcycle, we could show them how to have fun. Okay, girls, come on and do your play. Oh, I'm sorry. This is my husband, the old man with the sunglasses in the house because he's blind.
Grandma, can't you bribe her?
Miranda, I'll give you $1 if you'll come in here and do your act.
No way. Make it 20.
Oh boy.
No, $1's my limit.
Miranda, come on. No way. $1.50.
Well, can't you 2 do it without her?
Nope.
I'll take you and Taylor outside to see the fire if you'll come in here and do your act.
She's supposed to be the driver.
Supposed to be the
person with the hook. Miranda, please.
Oh, you're going to be the villain, honey. You have to have a villain.
You're the big bad boy. Not the big bad boy, but you won a medal for being scary. Come on. Come. You'll get her.
Oh, well. I guess that we're not going to have a play right now. Maybe in a little while.
One of our players got, what do you call it? Cold right.
Yeah. Yeah. My Miranda is very bad about that. She won't even sing with me, except very quietly. She's a little shy.
They need to leave the guy alone. It's free country.
Can't we drag her all the way out here?
What are y'all doing? Bringing the furniture and all?
Okay.
Miranda, please.
I'm sure nothing like...
Ow! I quit.
I'm sure nothing this undignified ever happens down in California.
Come on. Don't. Put on your pants so everybody can see. Come on then.
Taylor, don't try to pull on her now. She doesn't want to.
Please, Miranda.
Oh, she likes being pulled on.
Miranda, please. There's nothing like that. Get out of there. Miranda.
Tyler, are you the princess?
Where's the pig?
She's supposed to be.
You got something in your eyes?
Let's just do the princess and the pea because Miranda won't. Come on, we're gonna practice on the pea. We'll be ready in a few minutes.
If I can find a pea.
Hi. Can we use one of those grapes for pea?
If you won't put it in your mouth.
The princess and the grape. What am I doing it with?
So you need 3 little sisters.
Oh, no, I don't. I most definitely do not.
Oh no, just wait till you have 3 little girls of your own.
Oh, no.
And she's a single parent to boot.
I had a girlfriend one time, I guess my first adult friend after Doyle and I got married, and she was an old nurse aide at the nursing home where I worked. She was like 65, and she was telling me that when she married, she had been when she was a little girl, she had been told that babies, that the stomach pops open, the abdomen pops open, there's that little seam, and the baby pops out. And so when she was pregnant with her first child, that's what she was expecting. And as she got bigger and bigger and bigger, she got worried about it. And one day she was laying on the bed and she said to her husband, I think this is going to hurt. And he said, what? And she said, well, you know, when this pops open and the baby pops out, I think it's going to hurt. Well, needless to say, she knew how babies got here on the next one.
Witchblade.
Come in.
Ask the pig. Okay, are you ready?
Okay, this is my beautiful daughter-in-law, Cindy. She's coming in to find where her child is, I imagine. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I needed those very badly.
We're ready. I'm just gonna watch. We're ready.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Don't videotape me. I'm watching.
You want some hot dogs?
You're a bashful, aren't you?
She just won't do nothing because she likes it. Okay. Okay. We're gonna do it right now. It's called the Princess and the Pea.
Okay.
The grape. No. Okay. No. I'm gonna be the.
Okay, Miranda, be quiet and let them do it.
Okay. There was once a man who wanted a wife.
Okay.
And his mom said he had to marry a princess.
His
And
mom
so-
said he had to marry a princess?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Because he's a prince.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He lives in a big castle, so. Well, anyhow, she said you had to marry a princess, right? So he went out in search of a princess. His mom didn't like any of them. There was this one girl that she sort of liked. So she said, "You spend the night here." So she was gonna spend the night there, but the stepmom had a
Okay.
Give us time. Stop camera recording.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. If I can push the button.
No, don't stop. Don't stop.
Okay.
Just turn a different way. That's the pea or the grape.
Okay.
These are supposed to be mattresses. We couldn't get anything bigger.
Okay.
There's a lot of
The smallest one goes last.
Get on that. You go sleep. Go to sleep.
This is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Just go sleep. Okay. Then it was morning. Wake up!
Ow!
Come on. Now it's breakfast. We need a table thing. Fine. This will.
Are you going to ask her how she slept?
Yeah. Okay. We're having breakfast. This is the table. How'd you sleep?
lean on my face hurting.
Stop camera recording for a second. You said I felt like there was a bowling ball under me.
Like there's a bowling ball on it.
That end. So they married then.
Brother.
3 people or more.
You gonna help her?
You gonna do it with me?
This is the shrinking violet here that Miranda is.
Are you gonna play the next
You're right in front of the camera, so.
Let's get in your back.
Taylor, don't get your little face on those pretty cushions. You got makeup on.
Ow! Ow!
Oh, come on. We want to see it. We all did this too.
No, we
Yeah.
didn't do one.
We did this when I was little.
No.
Come on. Is it for the Bulldogs?
Yeah.
Did you see all the
Rock.
pictures of them when they was little kids playing? There's about a half a dozen of them running around.
Yeah.
I need more
Stop
people
the
to do it.
thingy for a minute.
Stop the thingy.
The tape, the camcorder, or how, whatever.
Okay, I've got it on Cassie.
Okay.
Stop
Down,
it.
set. We are the Bulldogs. On a 50-yard line. We can still find. Talking to the quarterback. Make me have a heart attack. Down, set.
Oh my goodness. Yay.
No. I'll tape it.
Well, come on. We want to understand it.
Down, set. We are the Bulldogs. On a 50-yard line. Looking so fine. Talking to the quarterback. Make me have a heart attack. Down, set. See? Yeah.
All right. Yay.
There's more.
Taylor, do you have a song from school that you can sing for us?
Now she's gonna start
Oh.
acting like
See, both of them. I'm the only one who can handle.
Okay, Cassie. Okay.
Can you take me, Cassie, and Miranda outside?
I'm taping.
Miranda never did do anything.
Alright.
Miranda, you can
Now
still
take
go
your
out of the
costumes and put it
I
out.
did anything. Nobody else did anything.
Don't turn that camera.
Where are they gonna sleep tonight?
Let's see Cassie do the thing.
Glamour. She don't know
What?
She couldn't remember.
I don't either.
Well, I
You
have
do
to.
it. You say choo
Oh, do them.
Were you born in California? Nope.
No, you do it.
That's like,
You do it.
You
do it.
were they talking?
Taylor, come help her pick up the cushions.
Does
first.
anybody else know how to tap?
Cassie, would you please pick up some cushions?
You can make a copy off the regular envelope.
Hi, folks. Hi,
I was
Wilma.
still, that's for.
This is Shirley, Uncle Roro's daughter, or Uncle Roland, but he is always Uncle Roro to me.
And Aunt May.
And Aunt May's daughter, and she's sitting here with June, and they're going over all the
Family.
all the
Wish you
birth dates and everything. And I'm just going to set this down so you can kind of hear the conversation as it goes. And
I hope you're feeling a little better.
yes, we certainly are thinking about you and care about you.
Saturday
And I'm just going to set this right over here
They're just waiting for her to.
and point it at Shirley if I can. Since I pointed it at June last night.
I took one of those from Susie. She had more than one.
Oh, there's, now see, I remember Aunt Loisy so much, and
That's Juanita there.
I was going to say, that isn't Wilma, that's,
No, there's one
I
with
forgot.
Wilma and Juanita, but that's
Yeah.
just Juanita.
I remember Wilma and Juanita, and let's see, there was the twins, I remember the
Betty and Bobby.
Bobby, yeah.
And
Well,
Bobby
isn't that
is
a
gone.
shame?
And
It's
Betty's
such-
still alive, and but
Really?
she's in bad health too, bless her heart. And
Well, we've all been around the woods a
Is it-
while, haven't
I
we?
told her, I went out there 3 years ago and got Mother's news tombstone, and they all got together for me.
Oh,
There's
how
5 of them out of
sweet.
the 10, and it's Alden
Oh, my.
and Wilma and John and Betty, and I don't know if it's Barbara, the baby. Barbara, is it?
Ah, I don't remember.
down somewhere.
I think it is, but there was 5 of them. And
But that's Aunt Rosie, just
Yeah,
like I can
know.
remember her.
Everybody, I think, remembers
It's
her like
been
that.
so long, Wilma. I wish we could all get together, but time just
We were just
doesn't
hoping
allow
that
it.
she
Yeah.
would be able to come out, but we had such a good time, and
I know you did.
we just visited all day and everything, and we couldn't get everything said, and you know.
Uh-huh,
but it
uh-huh.
was-
Well, see, I know so little
That's what I
about the
thought, you know, and
bunch.
I'm one of the older ones, you know.
Yeah, well,
Let's see, I'll be
get me.
72 in August,
Really?
and I said, you know, it's getting to the time we
We need to know.
know. Our
We need
kids
a
are not gonna
tree.
know.
We need a family tree.
Okay, here's what I've got.
And maybe Susie's got us a tree.
Oh, I do have a tree for
I would love to see. Now, Alden was the oldest
Yes.
son. Yeah, I remember him and Aunt Rosie came when Daddy died in 1966. And that's the last time that I saw him.
Yeah.
Lord, do you know how many years that's been?
I know, isn't it awful?
35 this year because Daddy died in February.
Well, see, my dad's been gone since 77 and 74, 71, and then my husband died in 75.
Jack, yeah.
So
Okay.
they've been gone.
Oh, 25, 30 years, 25, 26 years. Where does time go? It's Peggy and Bobby Joe, and Juanita are dead. Okay. Peggy, I remember
Yeah.
Peggy. How did I see the name?
But
Oh,
wasn't her name really Margaret?
I think it may have been.
And they
Was
called her
it?
Peggy?
Was it?
I
This says Margie right here,
Yeah,
and
okay,
Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I don't know.
Well, there was Betty and Barbara and
Margie and
Peggy, or Margaret. This is 3 younger girls.
Peggy.
Right.
I don't know. I can't remember.
No, this one's a lie. So Margaret, is not the same person as
No, I
Peggy.
guess it isn't.
They'd have to be.
No, she said, Betty
because,
said Peggy, Bobby, Joe, and Juanita are dead.
I would love to know with Uncle Ragnall and Aunt Rosie and then their tree. Susie, I am so glad you got this stuff. Okay. What does that say?
That's Hamp Prentice and Eliza Black were married and had Grandma Brown,
Okay.
Fanny Brown.
And this is
James Brown and Mary Ferguson had John Brown.
Yeah, now see, that's what's on this.
And that's Daddy's side,
okay.
Mathis.
And then Mother Ruby, baby Johnny Sue. Why did all I didn't know her name was Johnny.
Well, listen, it was
Named after her
between,
Grandpa.
no, it was between, I was either going to be named Fanny
So you're glad it's Johnny?
Lou, and I'm real glad it was Johnny. Yes.
Oh,
Well,
that's
that's where
got
the
it.
family came from?
From Grandma. I mean, from
Grandma Brown.
well, and Sue.
yeah,
but I-
but see,
Yeah. Oh, here you've got
Names.
relatives.
yeah.
Okay.
Aunt.
I've got an Aunt Fanny that's named
Oh,
after my
that's Aunt
grandma
Burdine.
on the
That's
other
on
side.
Daddy's side. Oh, you do?
She's one that's always giving me static about everything.
Mm.
That's what I said. Those 2 grandmothers of mine were the best of friends for years. They lived
Isn't
close
that
together and had
something?
children together.
I got a present from June, Jack, and Jeff.
See, Jeff's just older than
Uncle
Susie.
Bob. Uncle Bob, Gusta May. Uncle Bob, Gusta May, Elmer.
That must be on your dad's side, but I don't recognize the name.
I don't either. I remember hearing Gusta. I don't know in what context.
Sister Peggy and family. Sister Mary Lou.
sister, mother, Juanita. I know somebody was called Peggy.
Well, yeah, but she was called Peggy, but I think her name was really Margaret.
You want to be a voice in Shirley?
Well, whose sister would she have been then? Because Mama's got down here Peggy.
Well, Peggy, that's what I said, but I think her real name was Margaret. I'm not sure, but that's what I was.
We are confused, but we are doing the best we can to get everybody out here.
Which one could we write to, possibly, and get
What you need?
their family?
In California?
Yeah.
I'm talking to Betty on the phone. Come on in, you can. We have one that's camera shy. Yeah, she's standing over there going,
Come on
the
here.
rest of us are not shy.
Yeah, Betty is.
That name right. Okay, I
Betty
got
is her
addresses.
mother made over. She looks just
Oh,
like
okay.
Aunt Boise and everything.
Okay, well there's Betty, and I got her address somewhere here. I guess I got it. No, maybe I don't. Maybe I just
have a
got.
phone number.
I do.
Did you
I got
say
it.
you're talking to her on the phone?
Mm-hmm.
I've
You
got
want to
it.
call her?
No, that's okay.
I've got her address and phone number.
All
I've
of
got
these.
Alden's, and I've got.
Okay, this is Wilma and Lewis, Montgomery, and then Brownie, Alden, and Marjorie. That's okay. That's Brownie's wife, Margie,
Yeah.
Yeah, all in
And
face
then-
wise.
yeah.
That's, I mean,
That's
I
the
know him
Margie,
as,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
and then Peggy and
Peggy's.
oh no, those are the ones that are
Mhm.
dead. Margie and Brownie, Gordon. That's Betty's.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, I mess everything up when I write, and then you can't figure it out. Bill
me
and
about
Claudie Brown and Shafter, and then John and Faber.
Yeah. And John is the policeman.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna
Go
and I'm
ahead.
gonna turn on the computer.
Mm.
I would,
Well, now I've got a bunch of
Love.
addresses and talked to Uncle Bill Brown's oldest daughter, which is Hazel. Now, Uncle
where-
Bill
who
was
is he?
Grandpa's youngest brother,
Oh, okay.
and they lived at Hoyt, where her husband's from, out there from Stigler. And I used to go home and spend the night because I have a daughter about my age when we were going to school, Louise.
Oh, okay.
And I've got her name and address, and I've got her younger sisters, but both of their brothers are dead. They died. Just, well, the younger one died first, and then the older one died a couple of years ago.
That's such a shame. Now, when I was growing up, the ones I was closer to was you. You know, you were a name to me
Yeah.
that I knew, and Billy and Roy and
Yeah.
Boyce and Susie and of course Jane, Sue, and Ruby, just the immediate, like Ruby and Painter and Uncle Jim and Aunt Ruby and Aunt Rosie. Now, we went to see them
Yeah.
in Oklahoma when, oh gosh, I was a little bitty kid, and so I felt like I knew her.
Yeah,
And that
well,
was
see, I
before they
never
moved to
met them
California.
until after Jack and I left California and come back, and I don't know whether we were at Grandma Brown's or someplace, and
Oh, Grandma Brown's.
Uncle Reginald says, well, I can put you to work, you know, because Jack was looking for a job, and we went up there, and he worked in that coal belt for a week. He says, we're not staying here, we're going to Oklahoma City. I'm going to work at Digger Field. And I was 7.5 months pregnant.
Oh.
We went to Oklahoma City.
So was this out in California?
No,
Or where was he
we
living
moved
then?
back from California to here.
Okay, but where was he gonna put him to work though?
Oh, in Morris.
Is that in
Out there,
Oklahoma?
that's where, yeah, where they live in
Oh,
Oklahoma, yeah. Morris.
I didn't remember
Close
where.
to Henrietta.
Yeah, right, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen,
And I never knew him till then, and that's when I got acquainted. We stayed about a week with him then,
did you?
and all this. And Aunt Boise was just full of life and
I know.
fun and all that, you know, and everything. And then
And
they
there
moved
was
to
kids all
California.
over everywhere.
Yeah, everybody
all
doing
over.
everything. You know?
I can remember running out the door. You know, running out the door, the door slamming, and you know, just kids, being
Yeah.
kids.
Uh-huh.
I remember it was a good
You,
time.
you
And
being more or less an only child, and then
Yeah.
all those kids, that was fun, wasn't it?
oh gosh, I was an only child. Yeah, all my life. That's why I had 5. And I don't regret one of them.
No, I know.
Oh, Lord,
I wanted
know.
6, and I got 3, and I had to quit, so.
I
I
wanted
don't know what I'd have done
4,
with them.
and the good Lord blessed me with that 5th one. And I thought, ooh, this, I shouldn't have had, I didn't want this, you know. But when he was born, and he's the one that died with cancer, God just blessed us with that 5th one because he
Well,
was
that's
so
what I said.
loving.
I wasn't supposed to have her, and I said, I don't know what I'd ever done without her.
Yeah.
She may not feel like that, but I do. You know?
Just before Jeff passed away, after he and his wife separated, and he was at home for about 6 months before he died. And he would come to the stove where I'd be cooking, put his arm around me, Mama, you know, and I said, God just bless me.
No, that's true.
Even though
He
I
knows
didn't have
better
sense
than we
enough
do.
to see.
He
Right.
knows so much better than we do
Right.
what all the stuff is.
But they have all been such a joy, haven't they? And that,
Well,
Well,
don't
I
you
think-
just look pretty?
well, she does. I have to get my makeup on because I don't have a face without it.
I think you may have missed one side.
Did I miss one side?
Where? Under your chin.
Down
The other-
there?
The other side. That one. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Now you got it.
okay, folks in California, the deal here is that I'm trying to hide my double chin by shading it.
Oh.
Would you teach me
That's
how?
I think it's a lost cause. We've all got it.
That's when you get start wearing the high neck things when you get a turkey neck.
Oh, I can't stand them, so I have to just let mine show.
Can't let it all hang out.
Claustrophobia.
I'm trying to get the makeup to cover it up.
Do you have
I
claustrophobia?
do. I have claustrophobia. I get a blouse on that done up down the front and it's a little tight.
You're the one
And
that
I'll
gave it
tear
to
it
me,
off.
huh?
Yeah.
Amy has that. Amy has that. But I never dreamed it was something in the family.
I had to have
Probably
an
that chemical
MRI.
imbalance.
And
probably
they
is.
strapped me down and I come crawling
We have a brain chemical imbalance.
I couldn't do it without them
I just had some kind of
Oh,
a
yes.
stress test where they give you this stuff in your heart and they put you in this thing. It's kind of like a iron lung, only it's not all closed in.
That's an MRI, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had to lay there with your elbows up and everything. And I thought, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. For what they say, how many minutes did they
She
say?
did.
Yeah. And I thought, yeah, I made it. But my arms were paralyzed. I couldn't get them down the first time. And then the second time I tried to do a little bit different so it wouldn't do it. And it was worse. You know, of course they strap your elbows to keep them from falling. You know, and as big as I am anyway in that
Yeah.
thing, I was going to get run into with the thing going round. Takes the picture all the way around, you know. And I said,
Lord, please don't ever let me have to do that. That MRI was the worst experience I've ever had in my life. And the first time they had given me Valium, and
they were all out.
but it didn't do a thing. And they got me almost in there, and my nose, you know how the nose will go right there at the front? Honey, I come crawling out of them straps. And
Oh, my
that nurse said, I don't know how you got out of that. I don't either. But then later, this is funny. I had 2 broken bones in my foot, and they had to put a cast on it. And I wore that cast for about a week and a half. And one night I woke up, and I was choking to death.
Oh my.
On my foot now. It was on my foot. I was choking to death.
Yeah,
And I
my
thought,
feet covered up, wound up in something.
I've got to get to Butch to cut this thing off. Well, I took me a Valium, and I don't take stuff like that, but I had some they'd give me, I don't know when, anyway. Took one of those, and I finally managed to make it through the night, but I went back to the foot doctor the next day. I said, have you ever heard of anybody choking to death with a cast on their foot? And he said, yes, it's very real.
Oh my goodness.
I said, well, at least I'm not crazy. But yes, sir, he had to take the cast off.
I know.
Well, what about
June, I thought I
and-
was crazy.
Seat belts.
What about
They go
thirst?
around my waist, not only across my chest.
Thirst. Mother was constantly thirsty, but never
Well,
became diabetic. I'm
That's me.
constantly thirsty. I've
That's
never
me.
become diabetic.
I'm
Okay,
not.
I
so
drink
that's
all the
June. I
time.
do too. Got my little glass. I can only have coffee if I have a balance of water with it, because coffee will dry me out so bad I can't talk.
Mhm,
It
that's
does
what-
me too. Does, yeah.
Mhm, so, yeah,
See, I've done half of it.
I can't
Want a
drink
glass of
coffee,
water?
so
No, I'm gonna finish this coffee.
I'm just sitting here going like this because I
You
need
want
a
a glass of
Dr.
water?
Pepper.
Well, let me. Oh, I
No,
need to
not
go
a real
get
one.
some.
No. I can manage. I'll drink a
I
Pepsi or
started
something.
to bring 6 in my little cooler because
Well,
I
we
usually
brought
take
juice and
it.
water because
I'm
I've
just
had a
gonna go
kidney
down the-
infection and I've had to cut back on the.
But you got the caffeine
There's
coffee.
a little
No,
store
I
just
don't
2
take the
miles.
caffeine. It's a caffeine-free, sugar-free.
Jeannie, you
Dr.
better
Pepper.
introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Just kind of stick your head down in front of the camera and say
Oh,
who you are.
you want to go ahead and look at these and then we'll put
Yeah,
some
I
of this
will.
back.
Yeah.
She's our shy one. This is
You introduced me
June's.
last night.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. June's youngest.
Now I have this picture. Who is
Well, I
that?
got 2 of them. That's me.
That's no wonder I didn't know who you were.
Now that's when I look like my daddy.
Really?
There, yeah. And that one up above is Jeff with a neighbor that I just found in Susie's stuff and she didn't know where it was from. I'd never seen one of them.
This?
No, the little
This
boy.
one over here?
The other one's me.
Okay, I kind of figured it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Did you
Well,
lose
June, I've got
thumbnail?
this picture
Yes.
and Mother's pictures.
They must have had it made and sent to all the brothers and sisters because I've
I'm
been
going
given
to
2 or
put
3
the
of them.
sausage on the fry, and then I'm going to run to Mr. J's and get some Dr. Pepper. And it's just 2 or 3 miles down the road.
How are we making biscuits? Out of Bisquick or canned? Or?
No, I brought canned.
Oh, okay.
I figured I was safer with canned.
Better known as WAPs.
Oh, is that it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm sorry, I'm
Put this
hush.
No! I
like wops.
Yeah, I do too.
This is, of course, me, and this is Mother, and this is Daddy, and that's me with Deal, and this is me, and this is Johnny and Sue and I down there. And
Oh
that's
my
Mother and Daddy.
goodness sakes.
Yeah.
There's my little one out there playing with Miranda in the playhouses.
Yeah.
My
Just
big
in
one's
case
in
they
there in
haven't
bed.
heard
He
how to make
came
chocolate.
Oh,
last
really?
time. He's 19.
Why don't you tell them on
19.
camera?
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
He's used to working
I'm
all
sure
night
they
and
have.
sleeping all day, so
So this is his
he's
sleep.
kind of got his time in the
Now, how many do you have?
just the 2.
Just the 2.
And he's
Boy, you-
19 and she's
You
6.
could really enjoy them then, couldn't you? Oh my goodness.
If I'd had him
Jen,
when I
this
was
is
15 or
sweet.
16, maybe.
Yeah. They're
Yeah. Yeah, makes a difference.
Yeah. Oh, I enjoy him. I just don't
Oh,
have the
yeah.
energy and the time working full time like.
Now this
Oh, I'm
is
sure. Yeah.
some more. This is Mother and Daddy right here. These 2 right there. And they said Aunt Ruby's in there, but we haven't figured out which one she is.
Let me see which.
Of course, this is Boyce and Uncle Hubert and his family, and this is Ruby and Bill, Roy, and this is Roy.
Hello,
and
little darling.
the dog-like thing, I don't know, we had it made about the same time.
Little darling. Little darling.
I know you are.
Miranda, do you want to go in that?
Come here, Miranda.
Here, look here.
There's some up in the tree here.
Yeah, I see, that was a school outing or something they
And Jesse's
said.
in there asleep, remember?
Now, this is your mother right here.
No, the first one.
The first one. You can hardly.
She looks like a little girl there, doesn't she?
She does. She really does. So she was really young then when she died. That's terrible.
Like they said, Mother and Daddy were sweethearts from the time they started school. Actually, they were raised up together because of 2 mothers being, best friends.
Right.
And Daddy
Isn't that
sold his
something?
crop. He had made a crop that year and got what was it, $16 or $17 or something?
That was a mountain of money for back
And
then.
he told him he wanted to get married, and Grandma had to sign for Mother to get married.
Oh goodness.
I think they even had signed for Daddy, because he's just 17.
Oh, sorry. And now this is who?
Boys.
Boys.
Way back number.
Well, that's when he was so good to me.
Before he got on.
I was a pest. I know I was to him. But he loved for me to come right. I'd ride my bicycle about, Lord, I wouldn't let my kids do that for nothing. Now, but I guess it'd be 5 miles out from where we live to where Lois and them lived out on that lease. And I'd ride my bicycle out there and we'd play under a big tree. He had a painter tied him up a cube out there. We'd swing all day and Lois would swing me and I called him TT. Now why, I don't know. I couldn't say boys, I guess, when I learned it. I learned his name.
Somebody better start taking care of the food besides me.
Oh, bless your heart.
But I'm in a microwave, I can hide.
They're frozen hard as a rock.
Put them in water, Susie. Cold water.
Well, we need to eat them soon. I mean, I need to get the sausage on, so I gotta put it in the microwave, but it'll defrost in the microwave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we better go check out the freezer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, y'all might ought to make sure I got all the ingredients from now on.
This is myself. I was about
Okay.
12, 13, and this is my Aunt Betty Jo here, and my best friend Jessie Delk right there. We
I
were
wish
3
I-
Musketeers.
That is so cute.
I said that was time when I was having all the zits and stuff. This one right here, I didn't want that picture made as a school picture because my face was covered in zits,
Uh-huh.
and it looks like freckles.
Now this is Aunt Ruby Painter there, isn't
No,
it?
that's my mother.
How much she looks like Ruby Painter there. Oh my goodness. I bet you I've got that picture. It seems like I remember it. Mother had.
Made in California.
And I thought it was Ruby Painter. That is your mother. Nice Grandma Brown.
And
Well,
that-
she
those
has
in
the
swimming,
Indian look, doesn't she?
In swimming, that's Aunt Ruby and Uncle Painter and my dad. In swimming in the canal out in California.
Is that right? Oh my goodness. June, I need you to come to my house and let's pick out my pictures if you know people.
Yeah.
I probably won't cook, but I'll go buy some barbecue
No.
meat.
I don't need to eat all the time.
I don't know this Kenneth and Ken Jr. I don't.
Now that's there at Mother's grave out in, that's where that was made.
Is that right?
And this one here is Sue and Johnny. And
Let's see. That's
I think Uncle Painter and Aunt Ruby and
let's see. Jim and Ruby and Painter and Ruby and some guy. Who would that be? Between the girls. It's not my dad.
I think it's my dad.
It probably is.
And I think Aunt Ruby is holding me. I
Okay.
think that's what it is. Because see, Johnny and Sue were just about 5 years from April to August over in there.
Okay. I've got a lot of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that Mother had. And I would just love to know who they are.
Well, this is some more just me and my dad and mother and
That's your mother?
yeah. No, that's me.
That's you. Okay.
See, here's dad and mother,
Yeah.
and here they are up on the top of that bridge. I mean, this is where they're at
Yeah.
right there.
Uh-huh.
That's up close, and this is from down below.
Uh-huh.
my grandson looked at last night and said, now that is stupid. I didn't think we had stupid people. I didn't know.
I'm gonna have to agree with your grandson.
Are you dressing up pretty again?
Aren't you pretty?
This is my littlest granddaughter.
Oh, and look at
10,
those
10,
gorgeous
12.
eyes. She's gonna be a
Yeah.
killer when she gets a little older.
There's mine.
She's
Hey,
a
baby.
beautiful girl.
Me, Mom. I know that.
I know, that's what you are.
Now,
Now this is me, and this is my oldest little brother, half brother, and oldest half sister. And this is my cousin Fern, and her mother is in the nursing home with my husband right now.
oh,
And I stayed with her daddy when he had Parkinson's.
hi, Dion. How are you?
Working, how are you?
Well, if you're working, I'm not doing that well. I'm looking.
Y'all going through some more pictures?
I'm just showing her who all of her kinfolks are. I said, there's me about 12, 13,
that right?
and my face was full of zits, and I didn't want my picture made at
You were
school.
12 or 13 there?
Yeah.
Well, you were like Mom. You looked a lot older than
Yeah.
you were.
Here is right after I got married, and I was 15, turned 16. And that's my first husband and myself up there. When we first got married.
What about on the bridge there? Where's that
That's
at?
my mother and dad. in
How about that?
California.
I'm telling you,
That's
stand
what
on the edge of that thing.
Jesse said last night, says, I didn't know we had crazy people in the family.
Oh yeah, more than you know.
They were just kids too, they didn't know any better. And that's my daddy and I. And that's another one of the
Yeah,
pictures and stuff, yeah. That's it.
really kind of there,
This
is
is
it?
all of them at my mother's grave, but I don't know who these two boys are.
Yeah, I saw this one a while ago. I can imagine. Your mother was born after Uncle Jim,
And see,
and my daddy was younger than Uncle. Let's see, no, he was older than Jim.
it was Regnal and Roland and Ruby, wasn't it, the first three? Wasn't Ruby just younger than your dad, or what?
I guess it was.
Yeah, I
guess
think it was
that's what
Regnal, Roland,
was.
and Ruby.
Yeah.
And then they
it
switched
was.
to Hubert for Uncle Jim.
Yeah,
And then my mother was Eva Mildred,
Eva. Yeah.
and then Johnny and Sue. So there
Yeah,
was,
I can imagine, unless, could they have been maybe some of Uncle Ragnall's? He wouldn't have been that old.
let's
Have
see.
boys that age.
No,
That's bound to be, maybe relatives.
I don't think we have any other relatives out there that know. That's what I just cannot figure out. I've tried and tried to figure out who they could be.
Stick, lotion, cream, or spray on.
They would have to be pretty close to Johnny and Sue's age then. I don't know, Jen, we may never know.
Yeah.
She has walked on her tiptoes for all
You wouldn't take nothing for these, would
No,
you?
that's what I said. I had given most of mine that I had. I didn't have near this to my kids when I moved to New Mexico because I didn't want them to get lost, you know.
Uh-huh.
And then when my son decided to open a photography studio there in Stigler, and I put in a macrame shop along with it and kept, did his appointments and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And people just bring me pictures of different families, from the Prentices and the Browns and the different ones that knew the family,
Really?
who bring me these pictures, and I've just gotten these, I put them all in this collection and stuff, so I'd have them. And I appreciated them, really, that they did that. And that's the reason I've got two of these, because my kids have one somewhere too. So they must have had this made and sent to all the brothers and
They must
sisters.
have, because I'm almost positive I've got one of those. When, after Johnny died, but I don't think they ever went to the house. And
Well,
one of my neighbors went over there. said there was pictures, old pictures.
Susie got a bunch of them. That's what I was looking through last night. She'd gotten a bunch of them that some lady had recognized them and brought them back to her.
Well, one of my neighbors told me, but it was after the fact, you know, and so I couldn't go over there. It was after these people had a garage sale with them on the house. Just, such a shame.
Yeah.
And Jane was so sweet at the wedding. Neil had died, and she was free to where she could be John.
Yeah.
And she was like, I remember when I was growing up. So sweet, and I loved her, and I think she did me.
Well, I'm sure, that's the way Sue and I, we got so close. We were actually, raised our kids together and stuff, and we were more like sisters, really. And we fussed at each other just like sisters, and all this. And we kept each other's kids. And she didn't have any girls, and she'd come out and iron Joanne. I didn't have Jenny at the time. And she'd come out and iron Joanne's little dresses and all day long because she just loved to iron those little dresses for me, And I was pregnant with Jenny then.
Yeah.
And she'd stand there and iron, and I'd be fixing the meal and stuff, and our husbands would sit in on the couch and be so silly, and peek at me. And one day, I don't know, I'm really pretty. I've never had a high temper, really. But they just said something that hit me wrong. I had one of those little handleless can openers. And they were sitting on the couch right in front of the picture window, and I just turned and slung that deal about something they said, and it hit that picture window, and I went, oh.
No.
It didn't break it.
It didn't? Oh my goodness, you were lucky.
They come and got me and set me down and says, we'll finish the dinner.
They already knew they'd got on your bad side.
They thought they had done it.
Let's read this. We're talking with you. Now, this is from Geneva. On the phone, I wish that I could have come by, but with it raining the next morning, we changed our plans somewhat. I am closing what I have on Grandpa Brown's two families.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Wish I had more, but I'll keep searching. Maybe I'll find more. If you know anything at all concerning birth dates, day and month, birthplaces and middle names, anniversary dates, anything at all, I'll sure appreciate you cluing me in on it. Also, this is really asking a lot, but if you ever have a little extra time, do you think you can find Mary Brown gravestone in the Cache Cemetery? I looked, but all I had to go on was in the old part. I thought with so many relatives down there, someone could help you. I would love to have her birth date and death, although she is not my husband's grandmother. Guess I'm just curious. Grandpa's obituary states him and Mary had 14 children. Dixie thinks there were just 9. Alma Brown, Henry's daughter, thinks there were 14, and my father-in-law, Ted Brown, always said there were 14. I am trying to find out more about that. Grandpa's Civil War records state him and Mary being married.
Yeah, it burst.
Jane,
Yeah.
look here. This says Grandpa's obituary states him and Mary had 14 children. Dixie thinks there were just 9. Alma Brown, Henry's daughter. So that would say she wasn't Henry's daughter, wouldn't it?
Who?
Geneva.
She was his granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
I think she says, didn't it, that I'm only, somewhere down there, she says I'm only a
Yeah, right here,
great-granddaughter.
great-granddaughter. It says it down below. I didn't get that far. Okay. Grandpa's Civil War records state him and Mary being married 1867. Oh my Lord, how long ago.
Well, see, that was the great grandpa.
Yeah. Victoria. Something now, I don't know what that is. In 1868
Yeah.
and Julia 1870. Okay.
That's
Amanda
that
in
Victoria
70.
on here somewhere.
Yeah, at the top of one of
That
those.
other one.
Yeah.
One you got.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah,
That's the reason I
Victoria.
think, this is one she sent me. And I think she got them,
bracelets.
This one goes back further than this one, I would say.
or that one starts after this one stops or something.
Maybe that is it.
Crystal, beautiful. Looks like a diamond crystal.
Yeah, I have a crystal too.
You need one to have your shoes on. I'll be right back. I'll bring your horsey
Well-
with the thing.
See, these are 18.
Just the horse.
Yeah.
896.
Oh, they got the right mother and
Yeah.
father.
We can
but,
stand on the
But
steps.
1896 down to 1909, 1886, 88, 92. We're talking about in the 60s here and 70s. 71.
So
This
that
makes
would make Alma
Victoria
and
born.
Marie and Buster all Uncle Henry's children that we know of. And I'm sure he had more, but I'm not sure who
I'm
we
probably
are.
about done with that type.
Julia and Amanda,
If you will,
born the same
tell me
year.
what to buy, and I'll buy.
Oh, possible, but I think not. Probably Grandpa forgot.
Yeah.
Any kind
The
of
records ask for his living children, and he lists the 9 I have down.
Here. One.
No,
Oh,
or
in the
understood
front.
you are just a great granddaughter.
Yeah, you need to get out your makeup so I can see what time it is.
I know, or I understood, you are just a great granddaughter.
Well, to him, to this,
Yeah, for this one,
I am.
yeah. But knew you
I live around where all
know
the
more
folks
of the relatives where I talked with Fanny. She's the one who gave me your name.
I think that was Fanny Sue. I think.
She thinks she has some pictures of Grandpa's first family. I'll have to see her. But it sounds like she has not been well. I do intend to go before too long, though, if she still doesn't care. Well, I've rambled long enough and probably not made any sense, so close hope I'm
I'm
saying
trying to
something.
spend your father's money.
That's
But I
good.
didn't ever answer that.
I'm trying to
was-
spend all this money.
Now, is she dead now?
This one?
Uh-huh.
Don't
She's
think
still
so.
living.
I don't think so, you know. But,
Do you live in Stigler? Is that
well, I
where
live
you
just outside of Steve.
But I mean, that's home
I guess
base.
I went through his wedding.
I want to come up once sometime. I want to go up to Grandma Brown's grave.
We are having the reunion at my house next year.
Are you?
We're gonna start this weekend planning it.
Are you?
We're gonna have all of them there by hook or
Mine or
crook.
yours?
This is mine. Okay, give this to Susie, tell her that's for the groceries, and then this is for my makeup. No,
I'll get your makeup.
Jeannie?
But I need to
I
know
want-
what it looks like.
Well, it's the beige ivory, or ivory beige, I
I
forget
need to
which.
see what it looks like.
Oh, I don't have it, this is a different kind.
Oh.
The Physicians Formless, you buy a little compact, it's a little square,
It's
and
the
then a,
cream foundation.
yeah, it's a cream foundation.
And it's ivory.
Beige ivory or ivory beige or something.
Are they gonna go buy it?
They think they know, I can't find it anywhere anymore.
Oh, Physicians Formula, they've got it.
She said they had it at Walmart here.
I
And
think
our
so.
Walmart and Carrot, and used to get it at a drugstore in Muskogee, and they all put Carrot in it.
Oh,
And
really?
they keep saying going to,
Drug Emporium has
yeah,
it.
a drug warehouse or something, that's what they
Yeah,
want to go
uh-huh.
to it. And
Drug Emporium.
I
belongs.
got so tired of going from store to store that
I can't shop anymore, can you?
I can't walk, I can't get,
I
I
can't,
get groceries and I hang on to the basket, and by the time I get through, I'm just totally exhausted. And my grandson was living with me, but he moved to Arcoma because
uh-huh.
of you know, working down there, and he's gotten tickets and stuff, and he's not supposed to be driving. They took his license, so
Yeah.
he moved down there, and he just comes home just every once in a while when he sneaks out the back roads and stuff to like mow the lawn and do things for me. And I said, I miss him so much, you know, carrying him groceries or going to the grocery store, going to the post office for me and stuff.
I can do that.
We're gonna let y'all take over and then if you don't
Done that all for
care.
a while.
While
Is she
okay.
going?
She's gonna run me to pick up some
Groceries?
medicine and do something. I don't know how you turn this
I
off.
don't know. I probably. I may not.
Oh, I had told her that I had planned to have it this year, and since she ended up
Hello,
having it, I
Jeannie.
wouldn't
You're
have-
supposed to be in front of this thing, not behind it.
Shirley and I've been on it
So-
longer than anybody. It's
Yeah.
the kids. Oh, all of them.
Let me put it in the. Yeah, where's that brass bowl? We get that brass bowl back here, we'll just set it out.
See the fat and turkey neck and all that kind of.
Hey, y'all don't scare them
Double
off,
chins, yeah, the double chins.
Well,
Okay, here's the biscuits. And
All right, I'm coming.
I don't know how many biscuits we need, but,
Shirley,
okay,
don't do that.
I need,
She
if
got
the
that last
oven
night.
goes out, or the
If you don't